Good morning. Welcome to UU Wellesley Hills. Now please rise in body and or spirit as you are able as we sing our opening hymn. Come and go with me, number 1018 in the teal hymnal, number 1018. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Look at all the brave souls here this morning. Welcome to UU Wellesley Hills. I am the Reverend Mark Roble. I am the senior minister here. Great to see you all. As most of you know, we are an open and affirming congregation, which means it doesn't matter to us how you dress. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter whom you love. It doesn't matter if you're gay or you're straight or you're bi or you're trans or you're married or you're single, or it's complicated. Doesn't matter if you're a Christian or a Jew or an atheist or a humanist. And I say this every Sunday. What matters is that we are here together. What matters is that we love and support each other along our journeys. So regardless of where you are on your own personal spiritual journey, regardless of how you name or don't name the holy, you are welcome here. So welcome to UU Wellesley Hills, where
you are welcomed and embraced with love.
We are joyfully called to worship this morning. So now let's see. Hands, anybody here for the first time? Anybody new? Welcome, welcome. Now let's turn to our camera over there as we do every Sunday and wave to our folks in our online pew and welcome them. Now let's turn to each other and wish each other peace and goodwill.
That's good. That's good. Oh.
I think this is the first time in probably 4 years there are no announcements this morning. Does anybody have an announcement?
No.
No one emailed me, so no announcements. Olivia?
Oh, Sheila has one.
Oh, yep. Monday, the Bridge Brigade on the bridge in Weston. Walkout on Tuesday at 2. Wellesley Town Green. Okay, I knew there had to be an announcement somewhere.
Okay, now as we deepen into worship, I'd like to invite Reed up to light our chalice. The flaming chalice is not only a shining symbol of our Unitarian Universalist commitment to religious pluralism and humanitarian principles, but also a much-needed light shining into our world. We light it on our altar each Sunday and any time we gather together as a community. If you are watching from home and have a chalice on hand, you may want to light yours now. The words of our chalice lighting are spoken in unison. You can find the words in our order of service, printed or appearing on your screen now. Please join me in saying them as Reed lights our chalice this morning. We light this chalice to illuminate our faithful way forward as an inspirational community of hope. Together, we seek spiritual growth, we strive for just and responsible action, we dedicate ourselves to leading lives of compassion and purpose.
All right, now I'd like to invite everyone up to the stairs here, young at heart, middlers, anyone who wants to come up. Yay! So the story this morning is a Buddhist story, but I'm going to kind of switch it around a little bit, and it's called Anger. So you know how sometimes when you have things rolling around in your head and lots of stressors, and you find yourself getting angry really easily and you wind up snapping at someone, okay? That's what this story is about. So when I was growing up, I have a sister and her name is Michelle, and we were only a year and a half apart, so we were very, very close. We were like besties, okay? We were like this. But she used to drive me crazy. Mark, can you get this? Mark, come over here. Mark, would you help me? And one day, my mind had just had enough. I had enough, and I snapped at her. And I said to her, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm not going to be your best friend anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to be your brother anymore. I was really mean. And she looked at me and she said, come over here. So I walked over. And she said, what would happen if you bought someone a gift, a present, and that person didn't want to accept that gift? Who would own that gift? I said, well, I guess I would own that gift since I'm the one that bought it. And she said, exactly. And I do not accept your anger. You own your anger, not me. That's on you. It's not on me. And I learned an important lesson that day. First of all, to help myself calm my mind so I don't snap like that. But the importance of owning your behaviors. The importance of not dropping that at somebody else's feet because you're angry. So that's our lesson today. Try to still your mind, try to keep calm, and carry on and keep going. The end.
Each week, our congregation collects an offering to support the work of a worthy organization as part of our commitment to the value of generosity. For the month of January, the Social Action Council has chosen the theme of racial justice. This week, we will be contributing to the Equal Justice Initiative, EJI, which is led by Brian Stevenson. You may be familiar with his book, Just Mercy, which chronicled the work that he did to exonerate wrongly convicted individuals. EJI works to end mass incarceration and excessive punishment in the United States, to challenge racial and economic injustice, and to protect basic human rights for the most vulnerable people in American society. Its public education efforts cover the history of racial injustice from the enslavement of African peoples, the treatment of Black people following Reconstruction in the Jim Crow South and elsewhere, including lynchings in many states, and the stories of the disproportionate numbers of incarcerated people of color. They have done this through creation in Montgomery, Alabama, of the Legacy Museum, the National Memorial for Peace and Justice, and the Freedom Monument Sculpture Park. I visited these 3 sites last summer and was very moved by their comprehensive and touching elements. In the current environment of repudiating the lessons of the civil rights era, EJI's work to uplift the importance of equality, including standing with the wrongly convicted and providing services to the poor who face food insecurity, is more important than ever. You can make your donation electronically or place it in the plate when it is passed. If you want to make an online payment, please visit the online giving page on our website. Once there, be sure that plate collection is selected from the drop-down menu. Please be as generous as you can to support this important organization. Thank you.
And it's okay to clap. So we open our circle of care and concern this morning with these words from Heather Ryan Starr. May I move gently through this cloudy, murky, gray day. May I remember that this is just one day and that showing up is at least half of what is asked for me. May I set aside my underlying anxiety that I will not get to everything and put my trust and faith into the riverbank of the human community. We are working together. I am not alone. There is a love holding me that is unconcerned with my day's to-do list and more concerned with my spiritual survival, even its thriving in this beautiful, challenging world. May we all remember that Rome wasn't built in a day, that our efforts are part of an ongoing stream of efforts, of lives being lived besides one another, shoring up this world. May what little I do today be for the greater good. May I be gentle with others today as I long for others to be gentle with me. Now I'd like to take a moment to reflect on these words in silence. And may it be so. Now I'd like to invite all those who wish to come forward to light a candle of intention. And if you're comfortable, please tell us what person or place this intention is for, and we will carry it in our hearts. If you're in our online pews, please type your joy or concern in the comments section, and we will also carry your intention in our hearts. So please come down the center aisle, light your candle, and return by the side aisle. So let us begin.
My brother Fred Shaw.
I light this in solidarity with the people of Minneapolis and for those that go to protest and for those that protest elsewhere.
For my friend Terry, who's just been diagnosed with spine cancer.
We honor all of these intentions in this community, but alongside these we know are certain joys and sorrows that remain private and in our hearts this hour. Those too have a rightful place here. So this morning we honor all of these with light. We also light this candle for those people who do not have a community like this in which to share their joys and sorrows. May this candle inspire us to use our power to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse. May its radiance pour out upon our hearts and spread light into the darkest corners of our world. Now please join in singing Comfort Me, number 1002 in the Teal hymnal, and we will sing the first verse.
Oh, hello. The reading this morning is titled Fingernails as Faith Development by Joanne Fontaine Crawford. Crawford started with these words from Kami Goodbread. Faith development is all we do. Unitarian Universalism is the faith we teach. The congregation is the curriculum. There was a single mother in our congregation who had 2 young children, a son and a daughter. Seeing the painted fingernails of his mom and sister, the little boy wanted to join in on the fun. How he loved having painted fingernails. He waved his hands around, giggling with happiness. He loved experimenting with different colors. His delight was cut short when he began being bullied at school. His mother shared what was happening with friends at church. Somehow, the word got out to the men in the church. The following Sunday, men of all ages showed up at our church with painted fingernails. Teenagers, business types, old men. Some even brought bottles of polish so that men who hadn't heard the news could paint their fingernails too. The boy's little face when he saw that, his mouth was in O of wonder. His eyes were lit up with joy. Mine were too. It was the most loving thing I had ever seen. I have no idea what I preached on that day. It didn't matter, because the most powerful sermon was happening that day out in the fellowship hall with Sally Hansen mauve over polish. That night, he asked his mother all about those boys with the painted nails. They're Unitarian Universalists, she told him. Are we Unitarian Universalists, he asked. Well, I am, she said. He thought about it for several minutes. I'm one too, he decided. In many of our congregations, we carefully craft curricula to teach the values of our faith. But sometimes the lessons simply appear. That Sunday, all ages learned about the nurturance, masculinity, and the alternative and the antidote to toxic masculinity. We learned a new way of being an intentional intergenerational village, raising a child. And it all flowed from compassion, wanting to give a little boy the message that his authentic self is beautiful and worthy of being intimated. even by people who are older than he. We are the hands and feet of love, and sometimes it's fingernails too. Crawford ends with these words, "Sacred Spirit that we call by many names, or no name, but which calls each other beloved, may we be attentive to how we can bring joy and affirmation to others by putting our values into action."
Thank you, choir. I'm always amazed. I was watching Olivia read from her phone little tiny phone read, I have 18-point font here, and I have a hard time. The young uns. So a few weeks ago, I was having dinner with some friends, all of us UUs. I made a comment about the word faith, and one of my dinner companions said, I really don't like that word, faith. When I questioned why, he said, because faith is asking you to believe in something that isn't real, something that doesn't exist. Which really made me stop and think. It was a very, very valid point. So often when speaking of faith, we're being asked to wrap our minds around something that is not tangible, something that is outside of our own realm of understanding, outside of our realm of what is real in our lives. Most of us are rational people, and we want to make sense of our world. 1 + 1 = 2. Gravity exists and keeps us on the ground. The earth is round. When confronted with something that doesn't make sense, or we are unable to grasp it, it challenges our reality. St. Augustine writes, faith is believing what you do not see. The reward of faith is to see what you believe. Growing up Catholic, faith was a non-issue. You believed, period. I had no idea that believing or not believing was an option, was a choice. You believed, so you had faith. It has only been as an adult, especially as a Unitarian Universalist, that I have felt the freedom to choose what I believe in, to choose what I have faith in. Theodore Parker, that great 19th century transcendentalist and Unitarian minister, defined faith not by creeds or miracles, but as a deep trust in God's infinite goodness and an active, loving commitment to justice and truth, manifesting in moral duty and service to humanity, believing that sincere, honest lives, whether of a street sweeper or president, embody true religion and help bend the moral universe towards justice. He distinguished between the transient doctrine and rituals and the permanent, pure morality and love. In Christianity, emphasizing that faith is a lived experience of divine love and connection, not just belief in dogma. So what Parker was saying here is how we live our lives is what faith is. Parker believed in an innate moral sense within humans that points towards justice, and that this divine intuition guides us even when the world seems unjust. This is the foundation for his famous quote about the moral arc of the universe bending towards justice. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. took great comfort in Parker's view on faith. Which brings us to 2026. As Unitarian Universalists, what is faith? What do we believe in? In a 2016 interview with The Work of the People, Brene Brown reported, I went back to church thinking that it would be like an epidural, like it would take the pain away. The church would make the pain go away. Faith and church was not an epidural for me at all. It was like a midwife who just stood next to me saying, push, it's supposed to hurt a little. I no longer see faith as blindly believing in something or someone that is unknown or intangible. I see faith as completely real, believing in what I know to be true, that I can see with my own eyes. I believe in love. I believe the power of love can move mountains. I believe in the inherent worth and dignity of every living being. I believe in our interconnectedness. When we are out there with our Black Lives Matter signs, when we are standing on a bridge with our bridge brigade, or when we are in front of an ICE detention facility, we are living the truest, most pure example of faith. We believe in justice. We believe in equality. We believe in dignity. When we gather as a community, whether in worship or a potluck or a Buddhist meditation group, we are telling the world and showing the world what we believe in, what we have faith in. Our actions, when done out of love, are the greatest testament to faith we can live into. Last week I was in the office with Olivia and April, and I asked them about the word faith and what it meant to them. I was trying to get a sense of how different people view faith, how they might define faith. It was a good conversation, and later on, April sent me this. Once all villagers decided to pray for rain. On the day of prayer, all the people gathered, but only one boy came with an umbrella. That's faith. When you throw babies in the air, they laugh because they know you will catch them. That's faith. Every night we go to bed without any assurance of being alive the next morning, but still we set the alarm to wake up. That's faith. We plan big things for tomorrow in spite of zero knowledge of the future. That's faith. We see the world suffering, but still we get married and have children. That's faith. So many of us have had faith journeys that did not turn out very well or turn out as we had hoped. Even the word faith can make some of us uncomfortable. But I see our Unitarian Universalist faith as having the ability to open so many paths, so many avenues for any of us to explore. We are not bound by creed or dogma. We have our free will to choose which path we go down, and we encourage each other's growth. That is what faith is. Believing in each other, even when it might be difficult, even when someone may be different than we are, and even when it's tough. Dwayne "Dog" Chapman, the American reality TV star, writes, "Faith is the substance of hope, of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So if you can hope for it and imagine it and keep imagining and hoping and seeing yourself there, that is faith." Now, Chapman was a bounty hunter, so I'm not sure how to interpret this. But I do connect with the faith being the substance of hope. I do hope, have faith, that we will find our way out of this mess in this country. I do hope, have faith in the goodness of many, many people who want justice and equality in this world. And I do hope, have faith, that this community will continue the hard fight to the other side. That is where I draw my faith from. And yes, there is a touch of the unknown when talking about faith. But as April's quotes about faith show, our lives are filled with unknowns every minute of every day. And yet we still hope. We still have faith. Reinhold Niebuhr writes, "Nothing that is worth doing can be achieved in our lifetime. Therefore, we must be saved by hope. Nothing which is true or beautiful or good makes complete sense in any immediate context of history. Therefore, we must be saved by faith. Nothing we do, however virtuous, can be accomplished alone. Therefore, we are saved by love. May we continue to love the heck out of this world, even when it's hard. May we continue to hope for a better future, one filled with peace and joy and fairness, even when it feels like things are falling apart. And may we continue to have faith that humankind is good and loving and just. As Theodore Parker writes, "Be ours a religion which, like sunshine, goes everywhere. Its temple, all space. Its shrine, the good heart. Its ritual, works of love. Its profession of faith, divine living." And may we make it so. And as a side note, I want the congregation to know that I will be traveling to Minneapolis this Wednesday to join a national call for clergy to come and protest what ICE is doing there. I can do no less. This is what my faith calls me to do. Now please rise in body and or spirit as able as we sing our closing hymn number 318, "We Would Be One." That's not the number that's in your order of service, but we'll be singing 318 in the great hymnal, "We Would Be One."
Now, as our celebration is concluding this morning, we extinguish our chalice. Our closing words are spoken in unison. You can find them printed in your order of service or appearing on your screen. Extinguishing this flame which has burned bright in our midst, we revere what has been
within each one of us. warmth in community,
the light of truth,
a
and
perpetual spark of hope. This is the message of our faith, to act with passion in the face of injustice, to love with courage in the midst of life's pain. This is the meaning of our chalice flame. May it empower our hearts until we are together again. Our service has ended. Go in faith and in peace and return again with great joy.